Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me once again, and I hope you're all having a great time. It's time for another dream imagination ASMR video. So, a long time ago, back in 2020, I had this dream where I was playing Slender Man in real life. You know, that scary game where you have to avoid Slender, the Slender Man, in a forest, and you collect pages. Well, in this video, I am going to make you imagine yourself having this dream where, in your perspective, experience my dream that I had. Alright. So let's begin. Without further ado, we start. So, you are now dreaming. Okay. You are now dreaming. You happen to be in this forest. This forest is full of bare trees, no leaves, very thick forest. And you happen to be in the middle of this forest. Okay. So this forest, it is a very cool day. Maybe during the fall, you don't remember what season, but you know it was not in the summer and not in the winter. And it is a chilly day in the forest. Not a day, I mean a chilly night at the forest. And in Slender, in the game of Slender, it is during the night. It takes place during the night. So in your dream, it is during the night. So it's a very clear sky, and the moon is up. You don't know if it's a full moon or a half moon, but you know that it is a well-lit, moonlit sky, moonlight sky. And you can see the shadows of the tree branches as you look down. Okay. Alright. You look down on the ground and you see that the grass is pretty bare. There's no flowers. It's just a dead, like, forest full of dead trees, or trees with no branches, or not trees with no branches, but trees with no leaves. So it is definitely either late in the fall or early in the spring. Okay. So as you explore, look around your surroundings of this forest, you then see a path that curves like this, and it is not paved pretty well, so it's basically, you assume that is like a hiking trail or something, and you decide to walk along the path. Alright, you decide to walk along the path, okay. And the path goes around, and it keeps turning left. It keeps turning left. It keeps turning left. Okay, it keeps turning left. Up to the point that you feel like you arrived at the same spot. You have a really big gut feeling that you are at the spot. Okay. you feel like you come back at the same spot, and you have a feeling that this path just goes in a circle. So the path goes around and it comes back like a circle in a loop. Okay, now the path goes nowhere, and you decide to now go inwards, deep into the forest, full of bare trees with dead branches. Okay. You decide to keep going, until you find this piece of paper. It is on this branch, okay? On this branch of the tree, and there's like a paper. It's like something written on it. It's like not written, but yeah, actually both written and a drawing. So you see a loose leaf page, and you have this drawing of like pine trees or something. You forget what it says, but yeah, it says something that discourages you from exploring this forest, and you happen to take it. And then you feel your heart start to beat as you take your first page, and you realize that the game of Slenderman has begun in real life. Okay. So before we continue, you continue dreaming, I'll first explain what Slenderman is. It's a game in 2012 where you spawn inside a forest area, like in the park, where you have to find 8 distinct pages. Okay, like let's say 8 distinct pages. 8 distinct pages, 8 different pages, 8 different pages, 8 different pages. And your goal is to find all of them before Slenderman comes and gets you. Okay. So you are playing this game, and the more pages you get, Slenderman will be more likely to get you, either from behind you, either from to the side, or he can even teleport you if you happen to get the last few pages. Okay. And now, let's continue dreaming. Okay. So you get your first page, and your heart starts to beat, and you're playing Slenderman in real life. So now you are walking, exploring the forest, exploring around the forest, and going back to the path that you tried to explore. You continue traveling, walking along the path that you happen to think that it goes in a loop, in a circle. Okay. Okay, so it goes in a circle, in a circle, in a circle. And then, as you walk, you notice that there's a bigger tree. And then there is some sort of piece of paper again. There is another piece of paper. This time it says words such as run, 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 or something like that. Alright. And there's also a picture, but let's assume it is a picture of pine trees again. Alright. You take that piece of paper off that tree, and you now have 2 pages. Okay, 2 pages. Alright. You have 2 pages, okay. 2 pages. And then you are now, your heart starts to beat faster, and you are now really having to walk. You really have to explore this dead forest, okay? It is very chilly, and you feel really cold. And you keep going, and you keep going until you find another page lying on another branch, another tree. You take it, and it says something else. It says no eyes. So it has the word no eyes, and it has like a picture of this creature, this humanoid picture with this head without any facial features. And you take that page, and now you have 3 pages. Okay, so you continue walking down. You keep walking down, and you don't happen to find any more pages, and you feel really, really, really cold. And you now expect that Slenderman is starting to appear in the corners of your peripheral vision. So you are constantly looking at your surroundings, constantly being conscious of where you look around. But thankfully, you have no signs of Slenderman. And you feel like there is music playing in your ears. And you keep proceeding. Okay. So, after this point, you happen to come across your own house. Apparently, in your dream, your own house happens to be in this forest full of dead trees and dead branches. Okay. And your house, you go into your house. So if your house is a traditional house, your house would not be in the same location. It would be in this forest. And if your house is if your apartment is a skyscraper, it's like if your house is like an apartment in a skyscraper in real life, then in your dream, the skyscraper apartment, the high-rise, where you have a room there that you rent, is in this forest. Okay, so if you rent an apartment, that apartment would be in this dream, in this forest. Okay, so you go into your house, to where you live, and you decide to go back to sleep because you cannot find any more of these pages. You just happen to find 3, but you don't see anything. So at least you have not seen Slenderman in your dream. Okay. So, alright. So you are now at your room, and you decide to fall asleep. So, it's weird, but it's kind of like you sleep in your dream. And so you decide to fall asleep in your dream world. And then you woke up shortly after in your house. Your house has a big window. Like my place, you see this big window back there. This big window, it's like as big as that window. And you could look outside that window, and for some reason, after you happen to wake up, you could float midair and see above the horizon. So it is like early dawn, and the sky is slowly starting to become a bit brighter, a tad bit brighter. You know, when the sun is not fully up and it's still like at the dead twilight. It's basically like where the sun is 1 hour before sunrise, or 1 hour after sunset. More like an hour and a half. Okay. And then you happen to float in midair. Okay. And you happen to go outside again through your window, because you're now flying. You could fly and see what's below the horizon. And for some reason, as you're flying upwards, you see the sun that is well below the horizon, that you would not be able to see. That you would not be able to see if you are on the surface of Earth. Okay. And for some reason, you know the time that you woke up. 3:37 in the morning. Okay. So basically 2 hours before the sun would rise, or even 3 hours. And you go up super high enough that you could see the sun, that it is still below the horizon. Okay, if you would be on the surface. Okay. And then, yeah, you have not seen Slender Man in that dream. You were just in that forest, and eventually you have woken up. So that is the end of this dream. I hope you have gotten your tingles, and I hope I did not scare you enough. Thankfully, there was no Slender Man in that dream. And so, if you got your tingles, please give this video a thumbs up. It will be greatly appreciated. I make ASMR formatted dream videos, dream imagination videos, to gameplay ASMR videos, as well as backrooms themed videos, with a mix of other miscellaneous facts and other ASMR content. So, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you next time.